I didn't know how it was going to turn out. So I'm only starting to record about halfway through it in a way. So I'm building a overland box. For those that might not know what it is, it's basically a box that I can either take out of the truck or I can put into, say, the trailer. It has all the essentials on it. It'll have my batteries, it'll have my heater, it'll have my kitchen set up, it'll have all those things like that. But like I said, I can go from the truck to the trailer and have all the essentials depending on which one I'm taking. Most of y'all can probably tell before that, you know, my welding expertise is zero. I learned some from my uncle who was a pipeline welder, and that's about where my extent ends. That being said, I've put together the big box that'll go in and out of the truck, and it actually doesn't look half bad. I'll get pictures of it up here. That way y'all can see the pictures and see what it looks like, all that. But I'm gonna show y'all the process I'm going through to make the kitchen box that will actually sit within the big overland box. So that being said, my box is kind of a two-part deal. I've built it as one thus far. I've got plans. It's all right, guys. So it's been a couple days later. I actually got the whole project done, or not the whole project, the whole frame done, and started to do some editing, and one of my files was corrupted. And it was right after I was talking about, it was actually like mid-sentence, it stopped working and messed up. But right after I was talking about being like a two-part build, because I'll have just the battery stuff on one part, and then I'll have what'll hold the fridge and the kitchen slide on the other part. But I won't need that on the trailer because the trailer has its own place for the kitchen to sit. It also has its own slide for the fridge. So I won't need those two items. So I can just put the battery box on there, have all the plugs and everything, plug it into the trailer, and life's good. Be able to use my heater, you know, all that stuff. But that being said, I had everything set out all ready to build and everything else, and you know, I explained what I had, but now it's obviously all put together, so I can't show you. But just know I had everything all measured out. But let's just get to building it. And there you go, guys. Just like that, I got the kitchen slide done. I know I've got to get all the stuff in it, the reinforcements, the shelves, all that stuff, all that. I'm getting there, but I got the box done. Yep. So here in just a second, I'm gonna see how it fits in the big box.
Yep.
All right, guys. I started working on the project again. I started doing some planning and whatnot, and before I started bracing everything with the side walls and making the little shelves and whatnot, I figured this would actually probably be the best time to incorporate my two-part design into it. So what I've done is I've actually made two more end pieces, and let me explain what's gonna happen. So right now I've got it all mocked up. So batteries, heater, this is supposed to be a fridge, I know it's a box, and then the kitchen slide out, all that good stuff. So in the end, what I'm wanting is the batteries, the heater, and my other electronic stuff will sit on this side. But I'm wanting all this to be just one piece so I can put it in just the trailer and not have to worry about this dead space. Same thing with the truck. If for some reason all I need is these couple things, I can throw just that in there. But what this added section does is it allows me to carry, I'll have PVC up here, which will help carry some water. It'll have a spot for my fridge. The slide will slide in and out all the way, and it'll have all that stuff. So I'm gonna make this into 2 pieces. So I've already got my places marked. So I'll mark those, cut those off, and then what I'll take these other 2 pieces that I've made and I'll put them on either side of this. Until I get everything figured out and get everything worked on, skinned, and all that other stuff, I'm probably just gonna hold it together with a bunch of zip ties for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this exactly where it needs to be, and then go ahead and weld those other 2 end pieces on, and then I'll put this back together and show you guys. All right, guys, I've got them cut. There's 1, there's 2, there's both boxes. Now I've got to make room for the slides, so I'm actually cutting out the little notches for the slides. So that way I can be able to have a smooth surface to be able to slide it in. So I'm gonna get that done, and once I get that done and cut, I'll probably put all this back together and give y'all a quick look. All right, guys, here's where I've made it. I've got the boxes for now zip stripped together. I'm gonna get some foam insulation kind of stuff to put between it, but I got everything cut out, and I went ahead and got the slides in it. So this is where the kitchen will actually slide in and set. As a matter of fact, let me grab that and I can throw it in. Beautiful, just like that. Sits in the slides just right. My corners are a little off, but we'll be all right. So from here, the next step I believe is I'm going to start bracketing this to start supporting it. Put a couple on here, and then I'm also going to put them back here as well. But the supports that are back here are actually going to be, they got to be strategically placed for my inverter, my charger, and my solar charger. So I'm going to start working on those. And I mean, there's no sense in you guys watching me weld unless you want to, but I'm just going to start cutting some pieces out and getting some of that framing stuff ready. So I'll be back with you guys. All right, guys, I've got some of the stuff cut. I've got some of the braces in there. Like, this piece is just gonna be like just the fridge and the extra slide to hold into the truck. I've got, you know, 1 support over there, 2 over there, because I do actually have plans to put like PVC to hold a gallon or 2 of water extra. This side I've got, right here's where my heater's gonna be. So it's got mounts for it. I'm working on, because I know the batteries will sit kind of right here in the middle of this, but then on this side I'll have my inverter and stuff. So basically get a template, lay it down, and try to find the best way to fit all my stuff. So right now that's kind of where I'm at. I think I'm just gonna make this template, lay my pieces down, and just see what I got. And all right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night now. I've got a lot done, actually. I got a lot more done than where I was thinking it was gonna be done. So I've got, like I said, the majority of the frame done. Actually, I've got all the frame done. I've got some of the supports in it. There's the other one. I've got the side supports for that. I need to get some top supports, but I just got to measure those. But here is the fun one. So I've got all the stuff kind of mocked up. There's zip strips and all sorts of other stuff holding it up. This is supposed to be batteries, by the way, if y'all are wondering. It's not actual foam that's staying there. That's just mocking the batteries. But that said, I just have to figure out how to mount these 2 items actually on to steel, I guess, more or less. And I can put those supports in there and get that up, and then I can actually start running wires. So with that said, I think I'm gonna call this part 1 and get this going. I have to figure out how to get these connected. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that yet, But I'm gonna get this out, get this started, you know, pique your curiosity, I guess. So when I can get more of it figured out, I will get the next video up. I'll get it recorded. Basically in the next video, it should be completed with the exception of the skin. Putting the skin on it just to make it where it's water resistant, waterproof. I wouldn't call it waterproof. I don't know that I'm gonna call it waterproof, but it'll be better. So if you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, share. Definitely keep an eye out for part 2 on the overland box build. But outside of that, I think this is all gonna be for this one. So I hope y'all have enjoyed it, and I will see y'all on part 2. Bye, guys.